Hey guys, in this video we're going to look at the song I Can't Help Falling in Love with You, performed by Elvis Presley. And when I say look at the song, I mean literally to pick it apart to see how it was written. Not just to learn the chords to passively play along, but to really get inside the heads of the three people who wrote this song, Hugo Peretti, Luigi Creatore, and George David Weiss, to understand how they composed this chord progression so you gain some insight for your own songwriting too. And we're going to do this on both the piano and the guitar so that if you play one instrument or the other or both, you can really understand this song. Okay, so Can't Help Falling in Love has 8 chords in total. In order of appearance in the song, they are D major, A major, B minor, F sharp minor, G major, E minor, C sharp major, and B major. Now in most lessons, this is where it stops. People just tell you to learn the chords, play along with the song, and you're all good. But instead of taking the easy route, the mindless monkey see, monkey do approach, let's look a little closer at these chords to see what's really going on here. And the first step is to identify the tonic, or the tonal home base, the chord that the song centers around or resolves to, which is D major in this case. D is the tonal home base, so the song is in the key of D. Of the 8 chords in this song, D major is the tonic, which is insightful, but it's only the first step. So the next question is, what mode is it in? Can't Help Falling in Love could have been written in any of the 7 modes: Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, or Locrian. And knowing the mode it's in will tell us more about how these harmonies are used in the song, which we can figure out, the correct mode, through a process of elimination. Now because the song is in the key of D, let's start with the D major scale along the top here to get our bearings, which is D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. D is 1, E is 2, F sharp is 3, and so on. Using this pattern as a reference point, let's see where the chords of the song are positioned in the key of D. D is the 1 chord, so that goes here. E minor is the 2 chord, so it's in this position. F sharp minor is the 3 chord, so it goes here, and so on for each chord in this song. Now because D is the tonic, or the 1 chord, and it's a major chord, that means that D is a major 1, which narrows it down to the Ionian mode, the Lydian mode, or the Mixolydian mode. Then E minor is a minor 2, although that still means that it could be Ionian or Mixolydian since both modes have a minor 2. So moving on to the F sharp minor chord, that's a minor 3 chord, which rules out the Mixolydian and tells us that we're in the Ionian mode. But to be sure, let's look at the other chords. And sure enough, G major is a major 4 chord, which is also in the Ionian mode. A major is a major 5 chord, also in Ionian. B minor is a minor 6 chord, also in Ionian like the others. So the song is in the D Ionian mode, although these last 2 chords fall outside the Ionian mode. C sharp major is a major 7, which isn't in any of the modes, and then B major is the major 6, also foreign to any of the modes. So they're added, C sharp major and B major, for some extra harmonic variety. Alright, so I Can't Help Falling in Love with You was written in the D Ionian mode mostly, which is helpful because it starts to give us a sense of where the chords fit within this mode and why we're using them in the first place. But the next question is, what informs the movement between all of these chords? Why do these composers arrange the chord progression like they did? Part of it has to do with the way that the chords support and follow the melody, and also because of how the chords are guided by the theory of harmony. So to explain, let's start with the circle of fifths. This fundamental pattern illustrates how all notes and chords are connected to each other in music, which we can visualize with the color wheel. And when we focus on just these 12 notes and then rearrange them into the chromatic scale, which is the pattern of notes as they appear on instruments, unwinding them into a linear format like this, we can pick out the D Ionian mode. And by combining every other note in this pattern using tertian intervals, or intervals of major thirds and minor thirds, 7 chords are formed, which make a string of harmonies that we can wrap into a loop of harmonic space like this. To then better understand how this song is written using this chord progression in the intro section, D major, A major, D major. This simple progression sets up the song and establishes D major as the tonal home base. And then it goes to this progression in the verse sections, which has a lot more movement. We've got D major, F sharp minor, B minor, G major, D major, A major, G major, A major, B minor, E minor, D major, A major, D major. And then in the chorus, things really are switched up with this progression. F sharp minor, C sharp major, F sharp minor, C sharp major, F sharp minor, C sharp major, F sharp minor, B major, E minor, A major. On the instruments, this chord progression in the intro is D major, A major, back to D major. It's a simple intro. And then in the verse section, the chord progression is D major, F sharp minor, B minor, G major, D major, A major, back to G major, A major, B minor, E minor, D major, A major, D major. And then in the chorus section, the chord progression is F sharp minor, C sharp major, F sharp minor, C sharp major, F sharp minor, C sharp major, F sharp minor, B major, E minor, A major. And then that leads again to the verse and so on. Again, all of this harmonic movement is in the key of D, and specifically D Ionian mostly, except in the chorus section where you've got that major 6 and major 7 to give it some harmonic variety. So let's play this song from beginning to end to really see and hear all the parts come together. Personally, the song is one of my favorites because the chord progression is so excellent. But it's not just the chord progression, but also how well it flows with the melody. And actually, this melody was based on a popular French love song from 1784 by Jean-Paul Aiguide Martini. So just as heads were about to roll in the French Revolution only 5 years later, Martini was composing some amazingly good music. Anyway, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you in the next video.